Welcome to my wanderings. This wandering, well, I call them wanderings because most of you know, because I'm walking while I'm recording. So we're not in the studio, I'm out with Ollie. We're walking through the Australian bush at the moment, it's beautiful. But here to talk to you about key concepts of leadership. And often you might have a coffee with a new leader, or you're mentoring, or you're going for a walk. Great spaces to learn leadership. So this one's all about managing tasks, priorities. I meet young leaders, and often a phrase that comes out of their mouth is, "I'm just so busy. I didn't realise the workload. I don't know how to manage the expectations, time. I don't know if it's too much for me." And as we learn, as we grow, it's a bit like fitness. You put a 10K weight on, you get used to it, and then you put the 15K weight on, and you're like, ow, that hurts. Then you get used to it again. Then you put the 20K weight on, ow, and then you get used to it. Growth is like that, but you need the larger weight. Okay, think about that as responsibility. You're going to carry more, be responsible for more. And so one of the traits of a new leader is loving responsibility. And that other trait that goes along with it is measuring, making sure you're building yourself as a capacity to grow with the responsibility that you're given. Big long wordsmith thing to say. Don't put a 20K weight on when you've only been lifting 2. All right? So if you can increment it the best way possible. So as we think about this concept of tasks and priorities, many of you do it different ways, and AI is phenomenal these days. Look at some tools, ask your Gemini or ChatGPT, how should I manage my tasks this week? Here's what I've got. Upload your tasks. But I've got 2 things for you to think about. Okay? And a couple of frameworks for you to consider. All right? So 1, write a list of all the things you've got to do. Okay? So have a list and then categorize them. Personal, family, work, football club, volunteer, whatever it is you do. Put them into what I would say is buckets. Okay? Boxes, buckets, lists, whatever it is, categorize them. But don't just write your work tasks. Okay? Write everything down. Okay? Drop your brain onto some paper. Okay? Onto a computer. If you can on a computer, the better. You can then start working with it in a computer environment. But if you're a pen and paper person, put it on pen and paper. Scan it with your phone, they'll put it in a computer. Whatever it is. Okay? Tasks. So write them, number 1. Number 2, categorize them. Okay? If you get that far, we are so far ahead right now, it's beautiful. So once you've done that, that's going to really help you just unpack your brain and what's going on. Because if you don't pull it out of your brain's working to contain and remember all of that. And the more you stuff in there, it's working to do it. But if you now can say to your brain, hey, we've got a location where this can fit and we can refer to it, it's safe. Okay, it'll really help you. All right, so we've created the list and we put it into buckets, categorized. All right. Really, the final thing I want you to do is now prioritize them. And you can go 1, 2, 3. You can put it in a quadrant. There's an Eisenhower matrix. There's all sorts of things that you can look at, of how you prioritize. Okay? I'm a 1, 2, 3 person. High, medium, low. Needs to be done today. needs to be done this week, needs to be done this month. All right. It doesn't need to be done, get done if I have time. Okay. So whatever system works for you, find a way to prioritize. But you must prioritize. Otherwise, you're putting your energy onto things that aren't going to make your life easier. Priority is that. Prioritize the very things that you know are taking the most stress out of your emotions and your energy right now. Don't avoid them. Okay? Maybe knock out a few wins of, what I call 2 ones, medium priority. Knock them out, win, get that done. But do not avoid the big ones, the things which are really important. Now, if that task is really big on your bit of paper, like get 50 more enrollments for my organisation, whatever it is, break that task down. That's too big. What are you going to do to do that? Okay, break it down. Prioritize. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we've got a task list. We've categorized it, and we've prioritized it. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Now we've got it. We've made it. You now create your plan for the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What am I going to do? You can start to see it. You can build it. You can play with AI with it. Okay. You can put things on how long will that task take you. You can do some blocking out in your calendar. I'm going to have 1 hour here and 1 hour here and 1 hour here. All those things now, how we approach our task list and priorities. Okay. But you can't approach unless you've built the first part. So, recap. You're going to write all the things that you need to do. Personal, family, friendships, your own finances, and your work. Okay? Now your fitness and health. Alright? Build your life. Okay? Really encourage you to do this. It's going to help you no end. Second round. Okay? We're going to categorize them into all of those things. Okay? You're going to make sure they're in the right bucket. And the third thing you're going to do is prioritize them. Give them a ranking, at least 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. High, medium, low. Okay, stuff that needs to happen today, stuff that needs to happen this week, stuff that needs to happen next month. Okay, whatever it is, prioritize them. Take the time, put that together. That's going to transform your life as a new leader. Okay? Alright, some things are going to be really frivolous, little tasks. Clean them out quickly. Some tasks you should be delegating. Why am I doing this task? That needs to be delegated. Okay? That's Johnny's job. Got to give it to Johnny. Alright? So write all those things down. Okay? And as a new leader, you do this every single week. You re-look at that. Okay? You refresh that. Alright? Now I've tried many methods. I'm a paper person, a notebook person, a Google Tasks person, a Monday.com project planner. All these tools I've tried it and I still use. But the process doesn't change. I've got to write them down. I've got to categorize them. And I've got to prioritize them. Okay? Those 3 things are really critical for you. Okay, so each week, you're going to do this. You're going to start now. What's your task list? What's your world right now? Rather than, I'm just so busy. It's just too much. Okay? They've given me too much to do. Well, unless you can articulate it, you can't give feedback on it, you can't delegate it, you can't give it back. Okay? You can't say, I don't really need to do that anymore. Okay? You've got to articulate it rather than feel it. And you're probably feeling it because all those tasks are mixed up in your head, all right? And you're trying to draw on those and remember those. And, you know, you're halfway through the day and your boss says, have you done that report? And you go, oh, in your head, you completely forgot. You thought it was tomorrow. You thought it was next week. Okay? Because you're working too hard in your head to contain your personal, your fitness, your family, all those things within your world. So, task, list, categorize, prioritize. All right, really simple for you. If you do this each week now, okay, for the next month, next 4 weeks, you know, I might even ask you, what's your task list like? Have you categorized it? Have you prioritized it? These things are going to really help you, transform you as a leader once you know what you're leading and what you have to accomplish. Enjoy. Jump in the chats, get the feedback, the discussion, whatever you need. If you want some help, reach out. That's what the collective's here for. Enjoy.